Hi, this is W0tm, also known as W0tm. Let's call this Nikola Tesla video number 2. I'm not going to take the time to put that on the screen, just show his picture with one of his Tesla coils in the background. Just to give you an idea of what the man was all about. Rather than do a long video of new information I have learned since the first video I did, which I am just amazed that 40,000 plus viewers have, our people have gone to the site to view my video. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Please subscribe. I've got other videos that I intend to do having to do with the Mandela Effect, but rather than try to put them all into one video, I'm going to do shortened videos and post them that way. I hope you appreciate that, because having one video that's 26 minutes long is just too long. It's better to do a video that's like 10 minutes or so, and then do another video, and so forth as I learn information. Some of the things that I've learned since my first video, one is that I'm still not positive that Nikola Tesla and or quantum mechanics has to do with this, or even if CERN in Switzerland is involved in it. I think they are. I believe quantum mechanics is part of it. I have been a student of quantum mechanics all my life. I've been a student of virtually all my life, ever since I could read just about. The same thing with Nikola Tesla after age 14, when I acquired a book on his life and then started reading every book I could find about him, doing experiments, writing papers. My life just revolved around Nikola Tesla for quite a while. Some of the things I did, in fact, I really still can't talk about for various reasons, including the fact that I did work for the Atomic Energy Commission for a short while, and I did agree to certain non-disclosure agreements that I have to honor, so I'll continue to do that. But nothing that is going to really limit what I have to say here, I don't think. One of the various things that I said in the first video, I think I put too much emphasis on the fact that CERN is responsible for this. I don't believe they are for sure responsible for this. There's a lot of evidence pointing toward them, including the fact that there's been huge power surges in that part of the world, Switzerland. Each time there's been call it a catastrophe, something going on, whatever. There's been huge power surges, meaning that CERN, their collider was turned on, and it takes a huge amount of power. You know, I mean, like millions of kilowatts. And it doesn't last for very long, but when it does, things happen. And many of the things that they do came from the information and knowledge and so forth of Nikola Tesla. I'm not going to go through all of the details of Nikola Tesla. Most of it is out there for you to read yourself. There are some books that have been, they aren't destroyed, notes, books, so forth, but they're not available to the public. In fact, if you go look for them, you're not even going to find that they exist. Well, and when I was a teenager and when I worked for the AEC, they very much did exist, and I read them. They had information in them that I found somewhat startling, and I remember most of it. But Tesla and his technology, I believe, is somewhat involved in all this. Let me get down to some of the things that I've learned. I've gone through dozens, if not hundreds, of videos on the Mandela Effect over the last few days. Most of them have been either emotional, which have been of no help at all, or have just been more evidence of the Mandela Effect going on, names changing, phrases, words, so forth, changing in the Bible. It's interesting that this seems to have more effect in religion than anything else. Now, I don't know if that has to do with, for instance, I'm really going out on a limb saying this, but you know, even talking about the Mandela Effect is going out on a limb. If this has to do with God and we are being tested, if the second coming is about to happen, you know, I don't know. If somebody knew all the answers, anyone that has a video that says, here's all the answers, here's what's going on, well, I wouldn't believe it. No one knows what's going on. This somewhat came out of the blue. I believe it started at the end of the Mayan calendar, which was December 21st of 2012. I believe the Mayans had some knowledge, the ancients had knowledge of things that, you know, we like to think that we know everything there is to know, and we're ahead of people thousands of years ago. I don't believe that's true. I believe there's knowledge that was known that has been forgotten and is now coming back for us to find again. How many times do we have to learn various things before they finally sink in? I don't know, but I believe that is happening. Among the interesting bits of information I've learned is that among astronomers, and I'm not one, I had astronomy as a hobby for a while, but not to the point where I was an astronomer where I could walk out in the night sky and look up and know exactly the way the sky should appear, well, I have seen a half a dozen websites, videos, showing that the night sky is 80,000 years off from what it should be. That, you know, everything changes as time goes on, including how the sky looks, where the stars are, so on, a North Star, so on and so forth. 80,000 years. Another thing that most people are not aware of, I was aware of it, but most people are not. If you look through the center of the we're part of the Milky Way, of course, galaxy. We were at the one edge of the Milky Way, way out on a tip. Well, now astronomers tell us, no, things have changed. We're closer to being in the middle of the Milky Way. And that's part of the reason why the night sky looks different than it did before. That I find interesting, that supposedly the position of the Earth in the Milky Way has changed. Is that true? I don't know. Astronomers are saying so. So I just have to go with what they're saying, because I am not an astronomer. But, you know, they're saying that, so I'll go with it. Looking through the center of